It's giving me a problem. It really is.
Pray for me, Madura for me. Pray I find my way. Go to buy me shit.
So we're going to jump straight into this look. I've already prepped my lid using the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camera Concealer in the shade 10 Sand. And the palette we're going to be using in today's video is the Patricia Bright X Makeup Revolution Rich in Color Eyeshadow Palette. And I'm getting started by stamping the shade Vitamin C, which is a matte yellow shade in the crease. And I'm going to follow this up with Yes Peaches and MsTopacJay as well. And I'm just focusing these colors in the crease. And I start to notice here that the shadows were appearing a bit patchy, as you can see right there, or in my crease. But I still proceeded by adding that MsTopacJay shade in the outer corner and just blend things in a little bit, mixing with a little bit of pillow talk. I was having a bit of a problem, and I actually realized that it is because the concealer that I used to prep the lid is a matte concealer. So I realized I needed a more wet / tacky base, and so I went ahead and I redeposited the concealer. Yes, I could just wipe it off and start again, but I was like, no. So I reapplied the concealer and, you know, then touched it up, and then it appeared a lot better. So I proceeded with my motion by applying the colors in the crease and also a little bit in the outer corner. I'm basically just going with like yellow and orangish reddish tones in the crease. And also blend out the edges a little bit as well with a little bit of the shade Vitamin C. So now I'm going ahead and cutting my crease a bit, but I'm just gonna do it halfway. And I'm going to apply the shade Elegant that starts with an H in the palette, which is more on the beige side, and I'm just applying this on top of that cut. And I'm just touching things up as I go. And as you can see here, I'm basically alternating between the brush and my finger because the shades wasn't applying as pigmented as I liked it. It was still applying a little bit patchy unless it had a direct contact with the wet base.
This is giving me a problem. It really is.
Which is why I went ahead and applied concealer again. Next, I'm just going to make sure that my concealer, like my base, is still wet when I'm applying the eyeshadow. So here we go with the other eye. I've just applied the concealer. And I go ahead and start stamping my colors in there. Basically on this other eye, I'm doing a different color, and the first color I chose is Trendsetter, which is a green shade. I also went with a shimmer in the middle, which is Ocean Deep, and also the shade Noble, which is a deep blue shade in the crease, and I blend the edge out a little bit as well. And then I cut my crease and apply that same shade, that same beige shade on top of it. And here I'm remembering I've actually done something similar to this before. And we're applying our humongous lashes, and boom. The lashes definitely did make the look a little bit better. And as you can see on the other eye, things were still looking a little bit patchy. But that's okay. So now we're on the base. For the base, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. And I'm going to apply this with my dual fiber brush. I haven't done this in a while, but I absolutely love applying primer with a dual fiber brush. And don't mind my applicator. The pump part kind of broke a little, so I had to improvise. And for foundation, I'm using the Revolution Concealer and Define Full Coverage Foundation in the shade F13.5 and also the shade F15. And I basically focus F13.5, which is a bit lighter and more so of a concealer, on my skin tone. I apply that in the center of my face. And for concealer, we're using the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camera Concealer in the shade 10 Sand. To set the concealer, you know, basically under my eyes, bridge of my nose, everywhere else, I'm using my favorite, absolute favorite powder, which is the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder in the shade Warm Saffron. So to bronze, I'm using Fenty Beauty Instant One Bronzer, of course, in the shade Mocha Mami. And And for highlight, I am using the Revolution X Patricia Bright Face Palette in the shade Dust Till Dawn. And I am using the highlighting shade in this palette. And I love this. It's beautiful on the skin. I'm also going to use the blush in this palette as well, just a little bit because it is very pigmented and a little bit deeper on my skin tone. And I apply a little bit on my nose as well because why not? So now we're going to go back to the eyes, and I am lining my waterline with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Milk. And I'm doing this because I wanted more. I just wanted that popping, you know, waterline look, okay? And I also applied a little bit in my lower lash line as well as a base for the eyeshadow I'm going to apply on my lower lash line. The colors I'm applying basically mirrors the color that's on the lid. And for lips, I'm lining my lips with the Barry M lip liner in the shade So Chic. I know, it's tiny. Don't laugh, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and apply the Gerard Cosmetics Hydro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Invasion and top it up with the Gerard Cosmetics Lip Gloss in the shade Nude. Woo! And Bob's your uncle. I love this look. Yes! Serve, honey! And ignore that other eye. The blue one's a bit patchy because of the whole eyeshadow business. Well, anyway, thanks for watching.
Baby, make you ginger me, and I go ginger you. I know that you're feeling me, and I be feeling you. Oh, baby, make you ginger me.
Thanks so much for watching, Fanbabe. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this look. If you're yet to join the Fanbabe, please subscribe down below. Turn notifications so that we don't miss any single video from me. I can't speak. And as always, whatever you do to love yourself. And by God's grace, I pray I'll see you in my very next video. Bye.
I know that you're feeling me.